how to install a 5-foot no-dig chain link fence all in an afternoon. We have 200 feet of chain link to install. We got to drive the post. There's 3 gates involved, 2 4-foot walk gates, 1 12-foot single swing gate, and we're gonna get it all done this afternoon, just today. So we're gonna go from here. We've already got everything all laid out. We have all of our posts laid out, and we are using SS40 9-foot posts. We're gonna drive them 3 to 4 feet deep. All of our post spacings are 10 feet or less, except for the 12-foot gate. So what we're gonna do is, we're a crew of 2 today, and there's 2 of us. I'm gonna start driving the post. He's gonna help me get my line established because I'm not gonna use a string. Once I get one line done, he's gonna go ahead and start running tension wire out, figure out the height, get posts chopped, get them set to height, start framing in. That is how we are gonna accomplish this all in this afternoon. Yes, I know, I'm using the shovel. I got a little bit of a height thing here going on. Ah, that's not good. It's concrete. Sandstone. So right at the top there, we have a layer of sandstone. We're trying to get through it. Yeah, everything always has its challenges, and this is just one of them. Dude, I think that's total concrete.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, let's try this. This is a great way to start the job. I mean, it's just wonderful. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and take the hammer drill and the hammer drill bit, drill through it, break it up, hopefully break it out. Okay, that is a solid chunk of concrete. I'm wasting my time. So this is a slab on grade. You can see that they use the form here, and then I think that they overdug, and then they had some concrete spillage that came out this way. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna have our post that goes in the ground here, and it's gonna have a kicker welded to it with our main upright right here. That's how we're gonna get around going through the concrete. So I need one post that is 6 feet tall. I need a kicker off of that post. It's about, hold on, I'm looking. Yeah, there's concrete right there. 9 inches. And then I want 4 feet that goes into the ground. We'll see whose drawing gets to each other first. Your 6 on the right-hand side. That's correct, it's just your 6 doesn't need to be that tall. Okay, right off the bat, not great. Hitting it hard and just came to a screeching stop. So we're gonna go to what we call an offset post. I've already called them into the shop. They're gonna go ahead and make them. We're gonna go ahead and keep driving. All right, so this one we had a little bit of trouble. I can guarantee you what we went through was a sandstone shelf. Oh, anywhere from 4 to 6 inches. My alternate option of what I was thinking about doing if I couldn't get through it is I could go to a more aggressive driver, or I could get out the hammer drill and the bit and try to just punch through it and then drive through it like Rory Sampson taught us how to do over in Scotland. But we got through it. All these posts, we just drove all these posts about 4 feet. And the reason that we're gonna cut some of these to height and we're not driving the full depth of all the way down is because when they hit so hard, it starts belling out the pipe. It's gonna be really hard to get a loop cap on this. So Connor's gonna come out and figure out where the height is, and he's gonna mark it, he's gonna cut it to height. All the pipe that we're driving today is all Schedule 40. So we're driving some 2 3/8, we're driving some 1 7/8, we're driving some 2 7/8, and we're driving a 4-inch. So we had some troubles on this fence line, and it all started like right here. So we were just driving this post oh so gingerly, and then all of a sudden this protective grease cap came and hit me on the arm. It just dawned on me that the last time Mark used that driver, he took that cap off to show you guys the inside. He never put it all the way back on. That was cool. And then right here on this last one, we hit that same sandstone shelf, and it bounced on it for a little bit, and then it finally went through. And then I was like, it dawned on me. I was like, hey, that was just like a rock spike pretty much, because it's a smaller diameter post. It has less surface area. I wonder if I could take that same post, use it in the corner post to punch through that sandstone as kind of like a rock spike. And then once I get through, I could drive my 2 3/8. What do you know, that worked. So this is the 1 7/8 post I used as my rock spike, and it went through the sandstone, made my hole, and there's the chunk of sandstone I pulled out. I mean, that's pretty cool. So we got this fence line done. We're gonna continue and we're gonna go down this way, capture all these posts. So I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna go ahead and mark where everything needs to be cut, so that way Connor can keep going and I don't stop him, even though I have a few more posts to drive. We got a really good rhythm going on right now with all the stuff that's gone wrong, and I wanna keep that up. We're gonna get this done today. Now here on this stretch, we're not gonna be flat. We're gonna go flat just for like one post and start diving into that corner. From the top of the ground to the top of my post needs to be 57 inches. If I'm above that, I'm gonna have a gap, and if I'm below that, my fabric's gonna go in the ground. So I'm trying to take the average, a happy medium, and just go with the contour. But in the same breath, I have to fall downhill as well to hit that post. But yeah, look who just showed up. We got our posts. Okay, as I said in the very beginning when we started this video, we had to get past the concrete. The best way that we could think of to accomplish this is to make this Z post or make this offset post. So this is gonna be where the chain link is gonna attach to, but this right here still makes it to the point where I can still drive it, because I can't get a driver up there and get actual force from this to that. As soon as I drive this, we'll chop this off and throw this away. Now that worked out really good. You can't see it, you can't even tell it's there. It's still very strong. I kept driving it until it actually came in contact with that concrete, so it actually cannot pivot one way or the other. Okay, continuing on. We're gonna get out of here today. It might be midnight, but we're gonna get out of here.
Right here, you're tangled on the gate.
I'm good, I got this.
Mr. Do-It-All.
While I finish off the remaining posts, Connor's gonna do his thing and build some amazing high quality chain link fence.
Not bad.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to drive a larger post with my trusty Rhino gas pounder than it's really meant to drive. It started off okay, but I'm stalling out now. Fortunately, our amazing shop guys brought me what I needed to make this happen easily. Obviously our driver situation is progressing and getting a little bit more aggressive. We got our little power pack all set up and working just fine. Very convenient because we don't have to have a machine to run it. The last time we actually got this driver out, we were using a regulator off of a machine. But since then we got this little power pack. But this, I was having a hard time coming up with where our drive cap went for our 2 7/8 and our 4-inch. So I found this and I wanted to try driving with just the Rano driver. And obviously I got some of it in the ground because this is a 2 7/8 post. And then Tanner brought this over. And as soon as we got this all fired up and it got the rest of the post all the way in the ground. We are to the point of refusal. Yeah, we're exactly 6 inches away from 4 feet. So this drive cap, we had it made for the drivers to try to be able to drive bigger posts and, you know, better ground conditions with just the gas driver. The hydraulic driver will fit over the 4-inch post 100%, but I was having a hard time locating my part this morning, and I found this, and I knew it was gonna work, so I just ran out the door. Is there any way you could hold this for me right here?
Oh, I suppose I could.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Where'd everybody go?
All right, I started with the GPD 45 just so that way it was more manageable and controllable. And then I changed over to the hydraulic when the GPD 45 couldn't handle it anymore. Obviously the GPD 45 is not gonna drive it all the way in the ground 4 feet deep, but the hydraulic did. So this adapter that we have, it fits really nice inside the 2 7/8, so it's really nice and tight, but inside the 4-inch you can see there's a little bit of slop. And I just couldn't find the other one this morning. This is what I'm using for getting my 2 7/8 and my 4-inch in the ground. The hard part is done. Connor is cruising on putting up chain link, so now I'm gonna fall back behind and help him, and we're definitely getting out of here today. And it might even be like an hour before midnight. 11 gauge easy twist ties, because stick ties are a thing of the past. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-stuff, and I'm gonna put on the same amount of ties as he's putting on tension bands. So it works out a lot better and it's a lot more efficient to start with one thing, take it all the way around, and then go into the next thing. So I went through, I pre-stuffed all my ties for my posts. I'm gonna go back through, I'm gonna tie them all, and I'm gonna use a dressing tool to hold the chain link up for me while I tie them. It's called the top rail dressing tool. It hooks into the chain link just like so, and then as you pull down on the lever, it starts pulling up on the chain link. Typically when the handle's straight out, your chain link is right to the right height. For these easy twist ties, we have these tie tools that go along with it, but they're sold separately. You insert the tool just like so, you pull the trigger, and it twists them together. And we've heard it all before, don't worry. I could still tie a post so much faster with hand ties. It's a waste of money. Okay, leave a nasty comment and move along. So I'm going every 8 on my top rail spacing. If you guys are still hand tying with stick ties, try these one time. And I bet the minute you try them, you might just switch over. After we got done tying, what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply all the hog rings. They go around the tension wire to the bottom of the chain link. And we use these handy dandy little hog ring pliers to be able to close the hog rings. And that keeps the bottom of the chain link nice and held in position. And they're gonna go at the same spacing as the top rail ties. So we've just got a couple of walk gates left to hang, and then we are out of here. Connor's doing a great job hanging those out. They're pretty simple, really. And then we've got the 12-foot single swing as well, which is also simple. It's just wider. Chain link gates are square, and the ground you're putting them over is not always level. So we've got that here. We've got the ground sloping away from the hinged side, which is gonna leave a gap on the opposite side. So we may have to adjust how we hang this a little bit to try to mitigate that gap a little. That's the biggest problem of big gates like this is if you have a slope terrain whatsoever, then you're gonna have a rack, unfortunately. It's not ideal. Typically we'd like to line up with one side or the other of the top rail, but due to the terrain that we're given, we're gonna go for a happy medium. We're gonna miss on that side, we're gonna miss on this side. And the main reason behind that is so that we can mitigate on the gap here as much as possible. So ultimately it still took all day, but we got everything done in one day. That's amazing. We just went a little bit longer than I was hoping to go. I was hoping to, you know, be done late afternoon, and here we are about 5 o'clock. But I tell you what, if we would have ran into this problem, if that would have been the last post I tried driving, we'd be here tomorrow. Having done that first and really finding out our major problem, that was a big plus. And then we kept on having continuous problems. With everything you do, you're always gonna have a problem. You're always gonna get knocked down, but it's always how you get back up on your feet. This is Dan with SWI. We are Wyoming's Fence and Gate Company, and we hope you have a good dang day.